I had this dream last night that bothered me. And may I tell it to you? Like the highlights
absolutely.
of it?
Yeah.
So I was working for a trainer, and it was at this huge, almost like the Amway Center, just packed with people. And other consultants were there. We were seated there. It was just a big building, and I had to go to the restroom, and it was like so difficult to find the restroom. And then this little homeless girl was following me to the restroom. We get there, that restroom's a mess. There's like poop everywhere. If you needed to go to the bathroom, you had to be very careful going. And then to get back, and as I'm going back, I realized, oh my gosh, I have clients tomorrow, and I've told this trainer I'll be working for them all week, and what am I going to do? How am I going to handle that? And then I can't find my husband when I finally make it back to the room, and I called him, and it accidentally hung up on me, and it just was very unsettling.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Now, out of all that whole dream, what you just described to me, what's the worst part?
The worst part was coming back, and where was everybody? Like, where did my husband go? He would never leave without me. Mm-hmm. So it was coming back, and also I will have two worst parts: feeling unprepared. Like I didn't really feel like I was prepared for this training.
Okay.
That's probably the more, is that I just felt unprepared.
Unprepared, okay. Now that part, unprepared, if you were to put an image to it, what would be that image?
When the trainer asked me to pass out some paperwork, and I just couldn't hear the trainer, and I couldn't get my bearings, and couldn't even walk up to the front, and then, yeah, so that it just threw me, because why couldn't I do what this trainer was asking me to do? It's like I was unprepared to do it. I usually bring my stuff for my fingers so I don't lick my finger when I pass out. So I didn't have any of that. It was as if I just showed up off the street.
Ooh, okay. So I'm kind of picturing like you just kind of frozen there with the papers in your hand.
Yes. And I didn't, yeah.
Is that the image that matches it?
Yeah, and the look on his face with almost like, what's wrong with you?
Ooh, okay. So the look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you? Okay. So when I think about that image, the look on his face, the what's wrong with you look.
I'm inadequate.
Ooh. Inadequate. What are some other emotions?
Fear.
Fear, okay.
Disappointment.
Ooh, okay.
Uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
And really grossed out at that bathroom.
Oh, disgusting.
It was disgusting.
Okay. Now when you feel that inadequacy, the fear, the disappointment, uncertainty, and the disgusted feeling, where are you noticing it in your body?
Just in my stomach area, just feels unsettled.
Okay.
Not bad, but it's unsettled.
So right there in your stomach, you're feeling it unsettled. Now, when we go back up to that image and think about, like, the look on his face, like, what's wrong with you, and the thought that goes with it, is it, I'm not good enough, or something bad's going to happen?
Can I say I am inadequate?
Ooh, okay.
Because that's exactly how I felt. Like, oh my gosh, I've shown up and I can't perform what he's paying me to do.
Ooh, I can't do this.
I can't do it. So I just felt just ill-prepared. And then I'm gone to the bathroom way too long because it was so far.
Ooh.
So I didn't want to disappoint him, you know, when you're...
Kind of like I'm a disappointment.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a disappointment. That's it. That resonates.
Now, when you think about his face of like what's wrong with you and the thought, I'm a disappointment, hold those together.
Mm-hmm.
0's neutral and 10 the most. How distressing does it feel in your body?
I'm going to say a 4, and it actually is in my throat.
Okay, so it's in your throat.
Yeah.
And it's a 4.
It's a 4 to 5.
What would you rather believe instead of I'm a disappointment?
With that look on his face, I can do this.
I can do this.
I can do this. Like, I don't know what I just did. I'm messing up, but I'm going to be fine. Like, I can do this.
I can do this. I'm going to be fine. When you think about that image, that look on his face, and I can do this, 1 is not true at all and 7 the most. How true does it feel?
I would say a 4.
Okay. All right. So I want you to think about that look on his face. and the thought of I am a disappointment. Hold those together.
Okay. Oh goodness, who knew? Took me to my dad.
Ooh, go with that.
Just still thinking about my dad and how different, like so neat and clean he is, so sloppy am I, that type of thing.
Go with that.
I have a letter from my mom when I graduated with my master's, and in it a line she has is, "Your dad would be so proud of you." So I just kind of went to that.
Go with that.
He's passed away, my dad.
Okay.
Can you keep them going till I tell you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my dad.
Go with that.
He was helping me.
Notice that.
He said, "You got this, girl."
Mm.
I think I'm scared about becoming a basic trainer, and I have a headache.
Go with that.
it just feels heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see you.
Mm-hmm. You see me?
And saying, girl, we got this.
Girl, we got this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have you just kind of notice your head feeling heavy.
Yeah, it does.
Keep in that position. I want you to just kind of float back
Okay.
and think, is there any other time
Mm-hmm.
in the past you've had that same kind of position in your head, that same kind of headache?
Okay. The only thing I could think of was taking the licensure exam the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I was just really scared.
Go with that.
Yeah, I guess I go to bed when I'm distraught.
Mm-hmm. Go with that.
It's my place, huh? I didn't pass the first time.
Now let's circle back to that dream and just the look on his
I
face.
forgot that's where we started.
What comes to mind when you think about that right now?
He can be an irritable person. No. Yeah, I mean, just irritability can show up.
Okay, irritability can show up.
Doesn't have to be me. Hold on. It wasn't irritability. Oh my gosh. It was like a look on his face because I'm always so prepared. Like, knowing how prepared I am, it was more a look of like, what's, it's a good thing, what I'm trying to say.
Almost like surprise.
Yeah, because I usually am so prepared, and so it wasn't like he was upset with me. It was more, oh, what's happening? What's going on for you?
Go with
Does that make sense? Like more concern. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's it. Feels good.
Now let's go back to that original image of that look that he had on his face. When you think about that now, 0, neutral, 10 the most, how distressing does it feel at this moment?
I would say I still have a little something here. I would give it like a 1.
Okay, just notice that feeling right there.
Okay. I'm just going to say out loud, I'm fine. I'm telling him I'm fine. I'm fine. I got it. We're good.
I got it. I'm fine.
I put a lot of pressure on myself when I'm paid to do something.
Yeah.
Put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure I'm right on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Go with that.
I need to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel good.
Mm-hmm. Now let's circle back to that image, the original image, the look on his face. Did it change at all?
Yeah, it just seems further away.
Okay. Notice that just seems further
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Fuzzier.
Fuzzier. Now, when you think about that image now, 0's distressing, 10 the most, or 0's neutral and 10 is the most distressing.
Yeah, 0 is gone.
0. Now, that thought of, I can do this, does that still fit that image? What you would rather believe, or is it...
No, it does.
Okay.
It does. I can get excited when I think about
Oh,
it.
I can tell in your body.
Because I even think about the basic training too. Like, I just feel like I can do this.
Oh, I could do this. Okay. 1, not true at all, and 7 the most. I could do this.
7.
Okay.
I got this.
I got this. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I want you to think of that original image, and I could do this. I got this.
I got this.
Hold those two together.
All right. Yeah, it feels good.
Now I'm going to have you just hold that original image and the thought of, I can do this, I got this. Hold it together and scan your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Noticing any tight, tense, or any unusual sensations.
Good.
Okay, now after you leave here, the processing may still continue. You may have some more dreams. If you do, just like this one, just kind of jot it down or do whatever it takes to kind of just kind of remember and let me know what it is if it feels relevant.
Who would have thought
I know,
that
right?
all of that would come out of the dream that bothered me when I woke up?
Yeah.
That it would go to my dad.
Yeah.
And then the basic training thing.
That's
Like,
amazing.
that's amazing. Thank you.
It goes to wherever it needs to go.